Is there anybody there?
What's up, Dad Hat Crew, and welcome to another episode of the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast. Now, this week, this is going to be a little bit of an interesting episode, right? Because this one was recorded actually during the Arizona Fall League All-Star Game. Okay, this was a conversation between me and Paul. We walked around the concourse. We saw a bunch of things. We saw kids running, kids screaming. You're going to enjoy it, so bear with me on this one. This one's a little bit different. The reason why I'm talking to you now is because I wanted to just preface, like there's going to be some conversations in there between the people that are working there, where I was trying to buy a hat. Paul bought a t-shirt there. It's a lot of fun. I just wanted to make sure that you guys were aware of what kind of conversation this was going to be. It was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, later on this week, I am going to release a much shorter episode. And this one was with another person, which you guys might know. I'm not going to tell you who it is because I want you guys to listen to it. But it was fun. So, and guys, without further ado, I'll give you the episode. All right. Well, welcome everybody to yet another episode of the Dad Hat Chronicles podcast. Holy crap. This one is a little bit of a different podcast. I have my good friend and fellow podcaster, Anchor for Media, alum. Oh, alum. I just told you alum.
Did I graduate? Oh, no. Am I kicked out already?
You got kicked out. Anyways, Paul Caputo of Baseball by Design. We are actually, what we're doing right now, we are at Sloan Park, where the Arizona Fall League All-Star Game is happening. And what we are doing is we're having an episode, and we're both walking. 360 concourse.
I think having an episode is the perfect way to describe me right now.
Right? You are having an episode. So what we decided to do is we're going to have an episode. We're going to talk about the Arizona Fall League.
Yep.
We're going to talk about baseball.
Yep.
Because this is what we do.
We do. Here we are. The game is happening right now.
Correct.
There are runners on.
First and second right now.
First and second. We just had a very deep sac fly.
Very deep.
Yeah, so it's 1-0 National League here.
Warning
in the
track
first
power right there, baby.
It was.
All right, so your thoughts so far. I mean, this is day 2, right?
Yep.
Yesterday, at the time of this recording, yesterday, we experienced it was a great home run derby.
It was really fun.
For the kids.
Yep, for the kids.
We were put in timeout.
We just weren't allowed near the fence because they were afraid we were going to elbow children in the face to get home run balls.
Apparently it happened a lot with the kids. No, it was not Paul or me.
Yep.
I did not hurt a kid.
No, it's previous years.
So,
previous years, bad actors.
Right. But overall, and it went really quick though, right? I mean, it wasn't like it was a Major League Baseball.
Right. No, it was like an
derby.
hour and a half.
Yeah. Very quick. The best part about it was just watching the kids going from left field to right field and back and forth, right? That was a lot of fun.
It was. By the way, speaking of right field, we are on the right field concourse right now. This is just beautiful. It's a beautiful
really is
field,
a nice park.
Beautiful ballpark.
Huge.
Yep.
Berm.
We're about to go behind the batter's eye. The first inning just wrapped up. We're about to go behind the batter's eye here.
So far, All-Star game. This is my first All-Star game. My first Arizona Fall League game as well.
Yeah.
I am having a lot of fun with this. I'm enjoying this.
It is very low-key.
Very.
We bought general admission seats, and we are sitting immediately beside the dugout. Like, we are... you could reach out and touch the players.
Right.
They don't encourage that. They ask you not to do that.
I did try to take a hat. They told me not to.
Yeah, they're like, hey. You're like, I don't care. It's a flat brim anyway.
It's my head. Keep it. Accessibility so far for this All-Star game has been really, really good.
Yeah.
Like, you're able to get so close to the players.
Yep.
They did the presentation of the American League and National League. That was pretty cool.
Yep.
Every team represented it.
Yep.
Which is awesome.
Yes.
All right. So, overall,
yeah,
give me your thoughts on the Arizona Fall League. How do you feel about overall the Arizona Fall League?
So I think it's really easy to try to draw comparisons between spring training
Yep.
and the Arizona Fall League because they play at the same facilities, right?
Correct.
Like this is the Cubs spring training ballpark, and it's, for me, I don't think there's a ton of parallels beyond the fact that they're playing at the same facilities. The
Okay.
Arizona Fall League is prospects, guys they're trying to get extra at bats for.
Yeah.
This is for the hardcore baseball fan who just wants to hang on to that baseball season, to see some more live baseball. I'm going to come up here and get a picture, by the way.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
We're at the berm right now again.
Yeah, now we're in left field, and we didn't come out here last night, so this is sort of a different view.
Yeah.
And this is this is just a gorgeous facility here. So, the Arizona Fall League, to me, is for the person who just wants that, that more baseball after the World Series has ended. They're hanging on.
Correct.
They don't care about the NFL or the NBA or the NHL, all these other leagues that have started up, and these other sports. And
Which, by the way, I do like those leagues.
I know it's fine, right? But this is the person who wants the live baseball.
Correct.
They care about the prospects. I mean, this is the all-stars of the Arizona Fall League. I don't recognize most of these names.
I don't
Right.
recognize a single name. I'll be honest with you.
There's a Phillies player here.
There's a
and
couple of Cleveland Guardians players. Yeah.
I don't know those names. Spring training, you're going to get Mike Trout. You're going to get Shohei Ohtani. You're going to get, Mookie Betts.
Correct.
For an inning or two anyway.
Right, and then after that, that's when you start seeing AAA, AA, single A
exactly.
players. Yeah.
Guys who they're sort of giving a shot. These are prospects who they just want to get extra games in, extra playing time.
Some development.
Exactly. So, and then it's also just because of the time of year. The World Series has ended. Like baseball has had its moment, right? And so to me, I think we're probably a rarity, folks who have come out here, who have made the trip out here just to see the Arizona Fall League.
Correct.
I think it's probably a lot of locals. It's not the destination, and Major League Baseball doesn't market it the same way they do spring training.
And I'm surprised by that. We've seen. Okay, so far the two games that have been shown on Major League Baseball network has been this game, the All-Star game, and then last night's Home Run Derby, which is not a game, but it was broadcasted on Major League Baseball network.
Yes. Ranger Amy and I were here 2 years ago for the championship game.
Okay.
And it was a similar thing, right? It was
yeah.
sort of sparsely crowded stands. You could kind of sit wherever you felt like it. There's some kids chanting back here. I mean, that's kind of fun. They seem like they're legitimately into it.
Kids playing, tossing the ball and just hanging out.
But you don't, like the concessions and.
I mean, you're talking bare
it's pretty
bones.
bare bones. There's nothing. There's nothing there's no plastic souvenir or anything, right?
No.
There's no ice cream helmets. There's nothing that really says Arizona Fall League on it except for a couple of T-shirts.
And the team store is actually just a couple of tables.
The actual team store is closed and dark. We can see it over there on the right field
left,
side there. And they have a tent set up. I tried to get a size large Javelinas T-shirt.
Beautiful colors too.
I know, it's awesome, and I'm psyched for it. I hope to get it because I got the Saguaros T-shirt last night.
Correct,
I love how it fits. It's a great shirt. But they were looking through their box. They were trying to find it. I mean, size large is not exactly an unusual size
It's
T-shirt.
actually the most common size there is.
So they basically sent me away. They're just like, hey, could you come back when it's less crowded? And I'm like, there's 4 people here.
I mean, come on now.
But spring training, man. The team store, the crowds, the parking costs money, the tickets are expensive, and so here's where I think you can make that connection to spring training. I think that the Arizona Fall League is kind of what spring training used to be. Spring training used to be kind of no frills.
Yeah, we were talking about this during our hike this afternoon.
Yeah, and it was, I think this is, you're not here for the souvenirs. You're not here for
what souvenirs?
Exactly. You're here because it's baseball, and we have that last gasp before the long dark off season, or unless you're going to go to Puerto Rico or the Dominican or Australia to just watch the developmental leagues.
Yeah.
Right. So I love it. I don't think there's a comparison. Is this a gapper? It's a gapper.
It is. Look at that.
All right, American League. Oh, we got two runners on top of each other here.
Yep.
All right. That is
They're running.
a couple runs. American League takes the lead.
2-1.
2-1 AL. Got that big old scoreboard behind us there. Oh, yeah, another scoreboard over there. So, yeah, I mean, that's fun, right? Like, nobody really reacted to that. I don't care who wins this game because normally I would root for the National League.
And I would root for the American.
But right
the problem
now,
is you have team players on each side. You know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter.
Right. But you also have like rooting for the National League. It's like Braves and Mets players out there, and I don't root for Braves and Mets players.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, I think this is a fun, no frills, awesome weather baseball experience.
And where we're sitting, right? You said that where we were sitting, it was like right by the dugout and everything, right? You have what I could describe as like a lot of collectors there.
Yes.
They have a lot of the baseball cards. They have some baseballs. They got some 8x10 pictures and everything, waiting for those players to come by close enough so they can say, hey, sign this for me, right? And it's not, there's like, I've seen only like maybe one or two kids. The rest have been grown adults that have been asking for the signatures.
Yes. Yeah, and they're like sort of leaning over. Like we sort of took that spot because we thought it was cool to
just see
to see into the dugout. Yeah. But yeah, there's definitely some folks there who are like leaning over and just like looking up the players, like frantically, like going through their scoreboards,
through their binders and everything.
And then they're like, "Hey, Trey, can you sign this?" And so, there's also very clearly some people who like know the players.
Oh God, yeah.
Or have some sort of connection to them in some way because like the dude sitting in front of us. There was one batter who came up and he just like stood up and he was just like recording it on his phone just for that one player.
Like they know these players, right?
And I'm like, dude, I didn't come here to look at your back.
I know. Like we came here to see the game. Come on now.
So, I do like I went to spring training in 1994 as part of a road trip.
And are you able to compare it to this right now?
It feels more to me like that than it does to spring training now, which I come to pretty regularly. Like Arizona, Ranger Amy and I.
You come here a lot.
Have come here, probably 6 or 7 of the last 10 years we've been to spring training games. It feels spring training is a much bigger deal than this. And,
oh God, yeah.
And part of the reason this isn't marketed is because it just doesn't have the names, it doesn't have the cachet. Spring training, like you've had the long dark winter, and you get here because
you want to get away from.
Yeah, you've got the
baseball has started.
The beautiful sunshine, and so to me. They both have their merits. They're both awesome. We got to go on an awesome hike. We got to be in Arizona, in November where it's cold. It's cold in Colorado for me. I mean,
it's
less
snowing
so for,
in Colorado.
Yeah, probably less so for you in North Carolina. It's probably more
it's
comparable.
54 currently in North Carolina.
But we get to be here and watch this game, right? So
we get to enjoy it, right? Like I mean, you and me, we obviously we're a different breed of fans, right? Like we do enjoy. While you and me may not know the names, we got a home run, baby.
And some douchey grown-up just caught it with his glove.
An adult just grabbed it.
He gave it to his kid.
Good job.
All right. Good job, douchey grown-up. That's funny. Yeah. So that was. I mean, it was a pretty nice catch, actually.
That was pretty good. All right, so that was our first All-Star home run.
Yeah, exactly. Right? You can hear all these kids. These kids are all like wound
up losing
now.
Their minds.
Wow. Look it, Daddy. Look it. He says. I don't know. Like you already don't care who wins an All-Star game.
No.
Let alone the Arizona Fall League All-Star game. So.
And I think like you're saying, right? Like I mean, this, like you gotta be enthralled into baseball to really just be like, oh, we're coming from New York to watch the Arizona Fall League.
The number of people who have asked us, like, so how come you guys are in Arizona? Like, what else are you doing? And we're like, we don't know. Passing the time until the baseball game.
Yeah, right. We're
and
going
they're like, wait, what?
Baseball game.
They're only
like
here.
What? There's a baseball game going on? Which is again, and they're from Arizona, right? They're locals from Arizona, and not a lot of people know that this is going on.
Right. Exactly.
I think that's my one issue. And if I was to have an issue, is the game is not being marketed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know you don't really. It doesn't really bother you.
Yeah, I guess I just don't care. One of the things I love here that you don't see at spring training as much is all of the minor league hats.
Oh my God!
Like,
right?
like there was a kid who just walked by us wearing a Princeton Rays cap.
Yep.
That was awesome, right? They don't even exist anymore.
We saw the Tennessee Smokies.
We saw a guy wearing a Smokies, the TS, not the new KS hat.
Yep.
Yeah, I was talking to a guy who was wearing the Asheville Taurus cap, and he was wearing the T-shirt that they were selling to benefit the hurricane victims, which was that Ryan
cool.
Foose design. That's
Yes,
a
sir.
cool one.
Yes, sir.
So that's fun. There's a lot of minor league fans here. It's not just major league fans. I think that's a fun part of this for sure.
Yeah.
But mostly I think that that is what I appreciate the most is the sort of pure no frills experience is the Arizona Fall League.
I mean, we are currently. This is the Chicago Cubs spring training facility,
Yes.
right?
Yes, and I have been here for a spring training game, and it is madness. Right, it is chaos.
Right. So
and expensive.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Now was it for us? It was like $20 a ticket.
It was $20.
Yep. Free parking.
The one senior in our free parking, like literally adjacent to the right field fence.
Right field fence.
Like the car, you would never notice it because of the car that we're driving. But if it got hit by a baseball, it wouldn't be that far out of the question, right?
Right.
Except for where we parked.
Yeah. Right.
Yes, but that car that we're driving, a loaner from one of Ranger Amy's friends, but holy crap, it's a piece of junk. Like 75% chance that it's going to start when we start it.
We don't know. We don't know. So.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
All right, I'm ready.
So if you were to you giving me your positives about what the Arizona Fall League, right?
Yeah.
What you like. So let me ask, what is the one thing that not necessarily don't like, but like that you would make a change on?
The one thing that I wish they could do, I wish that they could find a way to make it so that the Phillies were part of the same team every year. I'd love to have some kind of alignment with this year it's the Glendale Desert Dogs, right? Like
next year could be the Javelinas.
Yeah, and it has been the Javelinas in the past. And I remember before I knew that was the case, I almost went and loaded up on a bunch of Javelina stuff because I thought that was like the Phillies Arizona Fall League team.
Right. Yeah.
And so this to me, like, I get that the reason for it is that different teams, different major league teams are sending different players from different
prospects.
positions.
Yeah.
And so you just have to align the teams with the players that they want to send. Yeah. So, I know that it can't be done, but that's the one sort of thing where like, I wish you could change that.
Right, because this year, for example, let's just take my Cleveland Guardians. This year they could be sending 3 outfielders.
Yeah.
Right.
Where
next year they could be sending nothing but infielders.
Exactly.
So you can't rely on the same having them on the same team over and over again.
Otherwise the Glendale Desert Dogs might end up with like 18 pitchers, and it's like, oh, we don't need that.
Exactly.
So that's a thing that I think that I might change. No, not that I would change, but that my one sort of disappointment is like not because these logos are fun, right? Like the teams are fun, and it would be fun to sort of align with one, not just because of the logos. So it's if I had one where I could reliably be like, oh yeah, the Phillies every year are going to be the Saguaros, and so I'm going to get a bunch of green Saguaro stuff and I'll wear it to Clearwater for spring training.
In my opinion, I think it's your favorite.
The Saguaros is probably my favorite. Yeah, just because from spending the last 2 days with me here, I love a saguaro cactus. I will take a picture of any saguaro cactus that we walk past.
I have proof.
So, yeah, but like the Javelinas is a cool one, right?
I like the Javelinas,
hoping they've come up with that size large T-shirt for me here. So, yeah, so that's, I definitely, from a branding perspective and sort of like a fandom perspective, that's the one thing I would love to see slightly different.
See, that I'm okay with the changes. That's really doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
What really what the change that I would love to see, even if you don't put it on, let's say, on MLB Network, right? Let's say it'll cost too much to put it on MLB Network. Why don't you do it on the MILB app?
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? Show the games on there, or YouTube, right?
Right.
I mean, everybody's using
Because these
YouTube.
ballparks are all set up for that.
They
They're
already
all-
are, exactly.
And you don't need Sam Dykstra and Tyler Maughan out here calling the games, right? Like you could have.
No.
I mean, we have volunteered our services
We
to
have
be the play-by-play
volunteered to
guys.
do a Manning style, all-star game, and,
Right?
or
It's
things like that.
Minor league baseball. Are you listening?
No, we will make sure that we'll tag them on this episode so they can listen to us.
That guy who just grounded out to third base has an awesome name. His name was Gino Groover. Groover.
Yes.
Gino Groover. That's a pretty sweet name right there. So, now I have a question for you about this.
Yeah, go for it.
The fact that the Major League Baseball season ended, I don't know, like a week, 10 days ago. I forget exactly how long it was. Like, is it difficult for you to sort of reprise baseball mode? Like, you get to that last game of the Major League Baseball season, and it's
That's a good question.
baseball's big culminating moment.
Yeah.
And now you're here.
You have to
at a baseball
readjust
game.
mentally, be
Right.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have been doing this since February,
Right.
when pitchers and catchers show up, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, that's the, and then for me, baseball officially starts.
Ooh,
That's a good hit.
it's a gapper.
Yeah, it is. Good double right there. Oh yeah, all the way.
Romeo Sanabria.
Sanabria of the Padres.
Yeah.
So, by the way, he's playing for the Javelinas.
There you go. I'm going to go see about that T-shirt.
I know, right? So, like for me, the season starts with the Caribbean Baseball Series.
Yeah.
Right? The championship series. That's for me. That's when it starts.
Yeah.
So it's like late January, early February.
How do you access that? Do you watch it on TV or?
Usually they'll have the Caribbean Baseball Series, and what they've been doing lately is like the championship. They've been showing it on TV.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. It hasn't always been like that,
Yeah.
though, right? And for those of you who don't know what the Caribbean Baseball Series is, it's the champion of each of the winter leagues. So, for example, the champion of Puerto Rico, of the Dominican Republic, Venezuela, Colombia, Cuba, right? So you have those teams that come to central location. This year will be in Mexicali, Mexico. So they'll be playing the championship series there, right? Playoffs, the whole 9 yards. So that's cool, right? Like it's cool to see that series.
I've been to a Caribbean series
You
game.
have.
We have talked about this. Venezuela versus Mexico in Puerto Rico.
Yes.
It was amazing.
So when the World Series ends, right? Because and especially this year, it ended in such a crazy way. Right?
We really thought we were getting a Game 6. I think everyone thought there was going to be a Game 6.
Like after third inning, I knew that I was like, Game 6, here we go, right?
Yep.
Like, I mean, this is a wash. But it wasn't, right? Like,
Right.
I mean, as everybody knows already, fifth inning was the debacle of the Yankees. But because it was such a high stakes game,
Right.
Then you're like, all right, so baseball's over.
Yeah.
But not really, But
This almost, even though it's only like a week or so later, this feels like the reset to me, right? Like this is sort of the beginning. This is where we start ramping up to next year.
because now you're starting to study prospects,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like for those of you that do that, this is where prospects you start taking stock of what you have for the future.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like again, there's probably like 1,500 people here.
I would say about
Something like
2,000,
that.
1,500 to 2,000 people.
Yeah. And it's on TV. We got Lynn Smith's watching us right now, reporting that she's looking for us.
Yep.
We were both wearing green this afternoon, so she was looking for a couple of green T-shirts.
No
but
green T-shirts
Now we got a couple of gray hoodies on.
I know. It is getting a little cold.
It's on TV, and but like,
At least I'll give them that, right?
Yeah.
At least they put the All-Star game.
Yeah. But
on
my
MLB
Baseball
Network.
Palooza thread has been all about NBA basketball, and
Correct.
yeah, I mean, so it's even my Baseball Palooza guys have moved on.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's really paying attention, and I think baseball could do a better job with this.
I guess every time you say that, I shrug and I say I guess, and I think it's because it just doesn't feel necessary to me. Like this exists for the people who want to seek it out. And
but that's what I'm saying. Put it
Yeah.
on the minor league baseball
Sure,
app.
sure. Make it accessible to people who want to see.
That's what I'm saying.
I get that, but I don't think it needs to be actively marketed.
No, because it won't.
Right.
They're not going to spend the money
Right.
to market this. Like you gotta be a fan.
Yeah, but like if you're minor league baseball nut Lynn Smith and you're watching this on the MLB network right now, like I think that's awesome for that caliber of fan to be able to sit
Correct.
down and watch this.
Correct.
So, but I just don't think I don't need ads on my social media being like, go watch the Arizona Fall League.
See, I think that's where you and me differ.
Mm.
I'm okay with that, and then doing that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, like I'm totally okay with marketing it on social media.
All right.
Use social media. I mean, at the end of the day, social media is free. So free marketing.
I mean, but I'm just saying, I don't think that this needs to be one of Major League Baseball's. Like Major League Baseball's marketing efforts have a lot to resolve before,
they have other issues
before they get to we got to promote the Arizona Fall League better.
I agree. Again, but I think this will be a step in the right direction to have baseball. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You asked me what my disappointments were, and I
Yeah.
talked about aligning the Phillies with certain teams.
Yep.
My other disappointment is that I can't get an ice cream helmet with the Arizona Fall League logo on.
But that's again, we go back
I know
to
that's
this.
the marketing. That's that. Okay, I'll agree with you there.
That's what I'm saying. The marketing side of things.
Yeah.
They done it. Okay. I also have my issues with the type of merchandise they have here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
First of all, no dad hats whatsoever.
No dad hats whatsoever. Agreed.
None.
Agreed.
There were two styles of hats,
Yeah.
fitted hats.
Yeah.
One of them was $35.
Yeah.
Which is the
which
canvas
you bought
style
last
one.
night. You
I
got your
bought
Scorpions
one.
cap
I got
last
a
night.
Scorpions hat because I didn't have an option. I didn't have a choice in other hats.
Right.
And I've been wanting to get a
Because you couldn't not buy a hat.
No. And then they had this mesh New Era one, which
Yeah.
was, and I almost, choked on my Sprite. $55.
Sprite has been your drink of choice this week.
Yeah, because they don't have Pepsi in here.
Oh boy.
Oh my God, that is some
just ran
bad
right
days
into an
run.
out.
He ran right into.
Yeah. I mean, there's 2 outs. It was going to be.
Doesn't matter, but still, that was bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, should we walk over towards the team store to see if they have my Javelina shirt?
Let's go, and then maybe see we can talk to them about it.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna get them on the podcast?
I don't know if they'll
They probably won't. I tried to talk to a security guard last night for mine, and they wouldn't do it.
and they wouldn't do it.
No. I wanted to talk about the roped off area for the kids.
They're like, no, dude. This is not happening. All right.
How's it going, guys? Good. I was here earlier looking for the.
We're doing a podcast.
This is his podcast, but I don't think this is for the podcast
No.
necessarily. But I was
Unless
here
you guys wanna
earlier
be on it.
looking for a size large Javelina's T-shirt, and they said come back. Did you find one?
I was having fun with this one.
It's the best.
Look at that.
I'm so excited.
Oh, he might have sold it.
Oh my God.
Oh man. He about to get in trouble too.
Oh well, that's pretty cool. Is that large? Can I see what it is? Oh yeah, that'll do that. That's great. All right. Awesome.
This one?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's great. That's all right.
My head's going back.
You're all good. You got a lot of people here. Oh, we were waiting for it to be quiet, and then all of a sudden, everyone descended on you guys.
I'll be doing a lot of editing for the podcast. Look at
Do you
you.
want a receipt on that?
No, that's all right. That's it. Yeah.
Actually, we don't have any bags.
That's okay. I don't need a bag. I'll just take the shirt. All good.
All right.
Thank you
now
so
for
much.
me.
Appreciate it. Oh, now here's
I know,
Ed
right?
getting his.
So I
right,
need
sorry,
the
guys.
saguaros in a large.
Large? Okay.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
Guys.
You're right. 2X. I
I'm
apologize.
gonna step away
2X.
over here, but I need to tell you, Ed's being a real douchebag here tonight.
2X, and then
know if he's
on
gonna
the
leave this
canvas
in, but,
on the saguaros.
Okay.
Can
No,
you
I
look
think we're
for
gonna come
a
to
7
blows here
1/4?
over our disagreements on
All black?
Major League
The
Baseball.
all black or the one with the green brim, as long as they're not that mesh
efforts or
style.
lack thereof. So I'm sorry that
No.
you're having to
Do
hear
you have
our,
7
our
1/4 in any
disagreements.
other
and-
like mesh style? Not.
The mesh style, I do the top one.
Yeah, see, I don't want it in the mesh
the
because that's
tension, the
$55.
obvious tension that exists between
50.
Ed and me when we talk about this.
You don't have any other
Arizona
styles that
Fall
have
League
7
effort.
1/4 in a canvas?
Other hats, other teams.
Guy's
Sure.
a real asshole. He's looking for me right now. He can't find me. He has no idea where I am. I'm gonna hide behind some people so that he can't see me. Can't see me. Yeah, I'm over here, Ed. Keep looking. Keep checking those hats, Ed. Doesn't matter how many times you check them. There's not gonna be any dad hats over there.
Adjustables right there.
No, dad hats.
That's the adjustable. It's like a 47 series. That one right there.
But they've got like the structured front, right?
It's not as structured. You can break it down.
Oh, it's structured.
Yeah. I'm talking about dad hat, like soft front, 47 brands.
It'll break down, I promise.
I believe you.
Or you can do the...
You know, this guy here, he's the dad hat king. That's actually his handle on social media.
I don't know if we have any more of the AFL ones. But there's a black one and a gray one.
I already have a Scorpions one. So
there's a
you
black
don't need to look on the Scorpions.
AFL dad hat? Is it like a legit dad hat?
You don't even
or is
on the
it,
rafters either?
They may be out of them.
Okay. Look, heads up.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah, those are rare to come by.
I know, that's what I'm...
Nah, it's too structured on the front. Thanks, though.
You know you wear it and it shapes your head, right?
You know these though. Like look at the fact that nose
give it a chance.
Listen, I've been wearing hats for like 45 years.
I understand, and give it a chance. You might like something new.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a little tight, so, yeah.
Size up would be 78.
Got people arguing with me what
Sure,
kind of hat I like
let's
to
try
wear.
it.
I know what kind of hat I like to wear. It's still looking for me.
You don't have it, yeah. The solar socks, you don't have anything. What's
I do
the
see that
only
there's
size that you
soft
got
serve
in the
ice cream.
solar
Pretty
socks?
sick for this.
That's a whole too big. That's fine. We'll just do the shirt. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh no, you good?
No, it's buying the shirt that I'm wearing right now. Copycat. Here's the thing: is that this microphone is clipped to my hat, and I am walking
Got it
around
right here.
talking to
I thought that was
myself,
mine.
and people think I'm talking to them. That's how come that lady started talking to me about dad hats.
All right, you're all
I know
set.
what a
Appreciate
dad
you.
hat
Yeah,
is.
of course.
What's up, Ed? Just right over here. I haven't been saying anything. I've just
No.
been standing here quietly.
I know. I'm sure you have. Just I cannot wait to hear this recording. This is so much fun. Cool.
Geez.
So, not a whole lot of options.
No, I was watching you like really wrestle with it there.
I really was trying to get me a hat. I was trying
Yeah,
to get, but
I know.
no. So, anyways, overall the experience for the All-Star game, All-Star series has been a positive.
Oh,
right?
100%.
Right.
Yeah, beautiful weather, beautiful ballpark. Be a great experience here
I
watching the game.
highly recommend anybody to come out, definitely do some hiking.
Yeah.
Mesa is beautiful.
Yeah.
Where's the town that we were staying at?
We're staying in Fountain Hills.
Fountain Hills.
Where
So,
we went to the Great American or the All American Brew Pub
Yep.
twice yesterday.
Shout out to our boy
Salvador.
Salvador. That dude is awesome.
And I'm going to advocate to go back there again tonight after this game.
After this game, at least one more time, right?
We are in the third inning, and
Correct.
it's I think this game it's already been like an hour here. Do you think they have the pitch clock? Oh yeah, they do have the pitch clock. Okay.
They do.
And
And it's 5-1 American League, just to want you to point that out.
5-1 American League.
In the third inning?
And we know that no American League team is ever going to blow a 5-run lead.
No, why would they ever do something like that?
But yeah, no, I'm super glad we did this. I think we could start looking at like a way to, maybe do like a curb rim meetup for something like this. I mean, it's affordable. It's
We can actually do it
accessible.
it doesn't have to be the All-Star game. We just
Right.
happen to have
That
it
just happened to fall
work
this
out.
weekend.
Yeah,
That
right,
was the
exactly.
weekend we picked, and that's what was going on.
But we can do a couple of games,
Yeah.
around the area. It's pretty accessible to
Super.
like in distance, right?
Yeah.
So
If you stay, like you can, the difference to me in, hey, go Phils. If the difference to me
yes, Paul
is-
just saw a fan with wearing a Phil's t-shirt.
He had a Phillies t-shirt. You say
No,
go
no, it's
Phils.
okay.
It's the
Go for it.
official greeting of Philadelphia.
It's okay.
Or go Birds. But
like
yeah,
the guy
it's
this
like
morning.
super accessible here, right? Like you get you get one hotel and you can access all of the ballparks from
Yep.
one hotel. Different from Florida. Like if you go to Florida for spring training, it's
Unless you're in Tampa area, you're not going to be able to get that many.
yeah. I mean, it's here's
Ooh,
a
good.
oh
Wow, good
that was
play.
a good play right there. Yeah, if you
Shortstop went in, grabbed that one.
Yeah,
it was
so-
supposed to go right down the middle.
saved a run
Yeah,
easy.
he saved 2 runs.
Yeah. So yeah, but you can come here, like if you came here on a regular Arizona Fall League weekend, you'd be able to see 2 or 3 ballparks. We only saw Sloan Park twice because that's where the
series
the
is happening.
festivities
Yeah,
were happening.
right,
Yeah,
exactly.
But it would be fun to see a couple of ballparks over a fall league weekend. So I don't know. Maybe we should think about that.
Maybe we should do that, right?
Yeah.
Do a curb rim media meetup.
Listeners,
fall style.
tell us what you think.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it'll be
Yeah.
a great idea. Tag Paul and I on social media,
Yeah,
and then we'll see how that goes.
absolutely.
Well, Paul, thanks for coming, my friend. This was a lot of fun. I'm sure the editing on this episode is going to be
You're going to have a
easy.
blast with it. Is this going to be a rare one-parter just because we sort of, it's like, we've been talking
know.
like a half hour?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, we might try to get a couple more people to give us their opinion on
All right.
Fall League and then see how it goes.
Very good. Well, Ed, thanks I appreciate that you made the trip out here. We proved once and for all that you are able to get on an airplane.
Hey, I was able to get out of North Carolina. No natural events were in the way of me getting out this time.
We both escaped some weather, so yeah. So I am psyched about being here. Psyched about my new Peoria Javelinas shirt here.
It's a nice one.
I know, right? It's a little. It's gray with some lime green printing on it, some fluorescent there.
Oh, yeah,
it's all good. So I'm gonna get back to my seat and see how melted my Dr. Pepper is.
That sounds exciting. I'm gonna go get me a hot dog.
Are you getting a hot dog?
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
All right, I'm heading back to the seat.
All right, well, everybody, just thank you for enjoying this episode. Thank you, Paul, again. If you guys want to make sure you check them out on all socials. And then make sure you check out the Data Chronicles podcast and Data Chronicles Sports Show. The sports show is on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk all sports, not just baseball. So we'll see you then. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Hey, this has been a Curve Brim Media production.
This podcast is part of the Curved Brim Media Network. Here are some of the other members of Curved Brim Media.
Hi, this is Kelly Robinson, the Minor League Nerd. My YouTube channel explores the history of minor league baseball teams. More than just stats, we delve into team lineage, sharing stories from current franchises to obscure one-year wonders.
I'm Paul Caputo, and on the Baseball by Design podcast, I talk to minor league baseball teams, designers, and other super interesting people about what these minor league baseball logos mean. And I talk a little bit about ice cream helmets.
What's up, Bucketheads? I'm Anna DiTomaso, and each week on the Baseball Bucket List podcast, I speak with a different fan about their favorite baseball memories, what the game means to them, and what's left to check off on their baseball bucket list.
Hey everyone, it's Eric from the great state of Kansas.
This is Johnny from the New Orleans Baby Cakes Memorial Museum.
And we are the Earn Fun Average podcast,
where we talk to a variety of guests about their love of baseball and have fun doing it.
America, lower your standards.
Average is what we do best.
This is Patrick and Corey of BaseballMapper.com, and we have made an interactive map to help highlight all baseball teams from the majors down to collegiate summer leagues.
We want to bring you closer to baseball. So get on the site and find a team near you today.
Hey guys, this is Patrick Larson from the Minor League Baseball Hat History Series. And in every episode, I go through the history of minor league teams through my personal collection of hats. You can find me on Twitter at @PatLarson1. I hope you guys enjoy.
Learn more about Curve Brim Media at curvebrimmedia.com.